Yeah, hi guys. Once again, just kicking off outside here. Obviously, it's your dad just down there, Candice, measuring up. Starting from the back, so looking directly at the property. Interestingly, so we've got the block is almost a north facing block to the rear, so there's lots of sun all day long in the garden, which is beautiful. So got this, we can't actually access this shed. There is a power socket here, so I'm assuming there's power inside this shed here. Little lean-to to the rear. Boundary fence is looking reasonable order. Got this really mighty fine oak tree right behind me. She's in tip-top condition, so there's probably, apart from lots of leaves during autumn, that shouldn't really cause any issues, and it's actually quite a long way away from the property. Now beneath me we've got the sewerage and stormwater easement running across the back of the property, and to the right hand side this is the workshop, and this is the building over easement agreement with the council, is that this part of the workshop or extension to workshop is, and this is very, very common throughout the state, but at some point, if worst case scenario, if there was access required to this easement, it will be your responsibility to either remove that and provide access. Now, what the council officer did say to me during my conversation yesterday is somehow the access point to the sewerage easement is behind an access from one of the other properties, either this one here or this one here, so that it is most unlikely for there to be an issue requiring access to the easement at this point. But there is always that risk. Not really, like I say, very common, and there's not anything we can do about it, and it is what it is, so we'll consider that. But looking at the property, brick built construction, which appears in good order. Obviously we're going to be doing a inspection, building and pest inspection anyway. Tiled roofing looks in good order. Side access down there, which we'll have a quick look at. This boundary to my left, the fence is quite aged, looks original, so do expect probably, in the kind of short to mid-term that may need replacement, but it's lovely established there. It doesn't really get affected by any weather, so should stand up and be there for quite a long time. Obviously jacuzzi area. What I'm going to do while we're here, take a quick walk down. It's a good drainage points from the pergola, outside tap. So if you recall, this is the side access. Here you can really see that the fence, like I say, it's a bit rickety, a little bit old, but it's not going to get any wind, it's not going to get any majorly weathering, so it should be fine for quite a few years. Access point into laundry, washing line, very low maintenance this area. Now this is the hot water unit by the looks of it. Yeah, hot water unit. Again, that does look a bit old, so I would probably expect either some servicing or short-term replacement on that. The building inspector will comment more. Pergola timbers are in reasonable condition. Roof's a little bit of discoloration through a bit of a build-up of moss, etc. But that's just general and indicative of its age. Few outside lighting points. I'm sure Jim will probably increase that. Power socket, which is great. Jacuzzi, we'll deal with that separately, but we've got a TV wired in, so we're just certainly compliant from a regulation perspective, being all fenced in, etc. Got glass panels down the side. We just need to double check that is working. We'll just make that conditional. And before I go into the workshop, I'm going to take a look back at the property here. So really is, there's heaps of space. Additional water tap here that is plumbed in somewhere. There is tremendous amount of space here on the side of the property. So it's, one, it's ideal for Jim. Two, that would be ideal for the subdivision side of things if that planning restrictive covenant can be challenged or sorted out long term. But certainly lots of space here. I know Jim's talking about pushing this out, and certainly a nice view as well up to the ranges. Going to keep rolling this, just keep it live. I'm sure Jim's got plenty of commentary inside here now, but well constructed. Still waiting on the 3-phase power consideration. We'll come to that at some point soon. Good size in here. And so this is where it originally would have finished, but then there's been this additional, currently man cave added on. Really is quite great. Further side access door to a little washroom, whatever it is. So here's the further plumbing points down here. And then there's got this stormwater. I just can't access this here. There's just a little void area at the back here, which is, you can just see the top of it there, stormwater tank coming off the roofs here. I only assume that has got an in and an out. So what I'm going to do is just walk back through here, then I'm going to pause the video and finish off out the front. So just finishing off outside on the property, covered entrance porch. Again, this would have been built the same time as the pagoda at the back, but very, very sturdy, very, very solid. Electricity cupboard's all been earthed, which is good. Obviously, it's a little bit of an older system, but that at some point that'll live you for quite a few years. And then looking out, yeah, Jim's doing all the measuring up, but lots of space and a really nice outlook. A little bit of, you know, this is going to get a lot of afternoon sun all time, so these timbers are going to take a lot of weathering over the time. Nice aspect. While I'm here, just want to give you a good feel for, this is the neighbouring property. Google Street View is excellent for this, but it's exactly the same as Google Street View. There's the main road, as you can see. Not intrusive, that noise. Continuation is further. Yeah, this is the house directly opposite. All similar age, 24-ish, 25 years old, all been pretty much built at the same time, I imagine. Yeah, that pretty much concludes the commentary. I'll zip these links over to you shortly, and pretty much best that we have a chat as soon as possible. Keith, the agent, has informed me the clients that came back, so the couple that the husband was viewing for the first time, but technically second inspection, they are interested. They're going away to think about their position with a view of making an offer. therefore we probably will be in a position to needing to express our interest pretty quickly on this. And so yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to head home, crunch some numbers my end, and give you some indication on the price range. Agent is more than willing to take into consideration subject to finance. It is on a concrete slab with no huge gum trees around, so you know the pest inspection, building inspection is good for peace of mind, but for there's nothing here outside of what you'd expect of a home that's 25 years old basically. And continuation, just spoke to the agent as well, who actually does live in the estate here, a couple of blocks over. All the roads have been built exactly the same as I described earlier, with the elevation of the home, and the actual road is the storm drain. So in the event of some unique weathering conditions, you know, heavy rains coming off the hills, the water will sit in the road and the house is protected. What it does mean, the insurance premium, because the insurance companies, as you know, don't take that fully in consideration. There'll just be an overlay, flood overlay on this area. So the insurance premium will be higher than normal, but that's just part of living in the area, to be quite honest. I think everyone's in the same boat. Okay guys, gonna check out now, and let's speak this afternoon some point. Thank you.